All right. Yo, what's good, Kino? Pretty sure my mic should be fine. Shouldn't be like too loud or too quiet or anything. All right. That should be fixed. Mm. See that new chapter of Black Clover? Freaking mid Fuegolion still not doing anything. Like eternally not doing anything. I feel like Tabata has to hate him. Like it has to be like one of his least favorite characters. He just doesn't let him do anything. Like Fuego is not allowed to just do anything at all. It's kind of sad, especially with like how hyped up he is, or at least how hyped up he was. Can't really say he is hyped up at this point. It's like all of his biggest feats from like the past few arcs is just him like on standby protecting citizens. It's like such a waste of a character. He had like potential too. Like I get it. Like Nozel has like a better story set up for like I don't know like further growth, but just like the pure like how do I say just how underutilized Fuego is just like wow. Just like wow. Like even when you could insert him in things, he just Bodge chooses to not use him. Like his biggest thing is like beating Kaiser, like and that's it. Like that's literally it. It's so sad. I don't know how anybody could like be like a super huge fan at this point. So you haven't caught a stream in months. I can't. I know there's some people that live like that live in like a total like a weird time zone. Not saying that your time zone is weird. So when I do stream, it's like mad late. But this is pretty early. This is like way earlier than like normal. So I'm probably gonna talk about like most of the chapters, at least the ones that like I care about. But like I was just talking about how like just disappointed I am and with like how Tabata does Fuego, and then we're getting another break, like another like was it 3 week or a month break on Black Clover? It's like bruh, like come on, dude. It's like come on. I mean, Mariona versus Morris is like okay. It's not like it's like the most like it's not the most exciting thing, but I mean it's Mariona doing stuff. Did anyone feel anything for latest chapter? Couldn't care less about random nameless fodder dying for Marileona. I know, right? It's like I wanted to care, but I really didn't. I couldn't have cared less. I really could not have cared less. I'm right with you on that one. Cause like the only named one we have is freaking Ruben, and it's like Ruben is not on anyone's top 50 favorite characters list in Black Clover. So it's like, who cares? Most people probably don't even know bro's name. And like a bunch of other nameless fodder dying. Like who actually cares? I don't know. It's about like and then I get it. Fuegoleon is protecting citizens, but why is he not involved? Why is he not involved in the fight? Like in some way. Juice, what's going on? Now we're just talking about the freaking Black Clover chapter at the moment. I do want to talk about the Boruto one if like I don't know how many of you guys read Boruto, but I do want to talk about that one too. Cause like I'm not even gonna get into that one. Yet. I'm still talking about Black Clover, but like it's just such a waste. No, there's no way Fuego is on Nozel's level. And then like they've done nothing with the salamander. The salamander like does absolutely nothing. It does nothing. Like I just don't understand. Like what was the point? Like you know what I mean? Like at this rate the series is gonna end. And like it'll just never really have been used. No salamander spirit dive, no weird like Fuego salamander combo attack. Like the most hype we got from Fuego is an anime only fight between all of the captains. That's like it. That's it. He does nothing in the manga. Like if you read the manga, like Fuegoleon, Dorothy, William, and Kaiser, I think those are like the main offenders. They just literally don't do anything. Salamander Natsu over Tabata Salamander. Bro, a salamander in my backyard over Tabata Salamander. Like, it doesn't do anything. They should have just let Fauna keep it at this point. Like, what was the point? You should have just let Fauna keep it. Like, you just used it for one fight and just. He literally just flies around on his dragon all day. Like, that's it. That's all he does, just flies around. Will Soul get the Earth Spirit? Bro, we're not going to see the Earth Spirit in the manga. That's just not. It's not happening. That's not happening. We're gonna see the Earth Spirit when we see the dwarves, which is never. It's never happening. I could be wrong because I didn't think we are gonna see the land of the sun personally. I didn't think that was gonna happen, but like I would have bet that. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I would have thought we would have seen the Earth Spirit before we got to land of the sun. So I was kind of surprised on that one, but I definitely don't think Soul's getting the Earth Spirit. Soul kind of got snaked when you really like when you think about it. I don't know why Tabata didn't have her go to the Heart Kingdom also. Like that's always bothered me. Like not like I'm the biggest Soul fan, trust me, I'm really not. But like it's just weird how involved she was in the story, like pre-time skip. Like she was always with Charlotte, like all the time. So like when Charlotte goes to the Heart Kingdom, it was just weird that Soul didn't go with her. Especially when you have an entire like spirit guardian that's centered around Earth magic. It just felt like Soul should have been there. Cause she was like, I don't know, she felt like she was part of that like extended cast. Like once you start like once you go past the Black Bulls and and you have like past Mimosa, you have like Klaus, and you have like Leo, and you have like Soul. It feels like she's a part of the extended or like what's his name? Seki. It's like you have like these other members of other squads that feel like they're part of the extended cast. And she felt like she was one, and then she just got like phased out. Just like just forgot about her. So you need your man Mars to come back after that. Tabata can end the series if he wants. Bro, the lack of the Diamond Kingdom is really weird too. Like we got all the kingdoms like watching or not watching, but they're aware of this fight, and it's like no Diamond Kingdom at all. Like the way Tabata's setting it up, he's setting it up to where like Asta should show up or they save him, and then they kind of just win the last fight here. But it's like the only way to like even the only way to even get Mars or the Diamond Kingdom back is for them to lose, and then like they somehow escape, and then you take refuge in the Diamond Kingdom. It's like the only way for him to really bring him back is to just make the story take way longer. Because if you just throw him, like if Mars just shows up randomly, that would be so crazy. Oh, Klaus is the Ida of Black Clover. Easy. See, Ida at least has moments, or Ida, however you want to say his name, Tenya, whatever. He at least has moments. Like he got a moment in like the last chapter. Klaus's biggest moment was like cheering Asta on when he was fighting that giant monster thing or demon. Gosh dang, you said it's gonna be 7 p.m. there in 10 minutes. It's like freaking what is that? 6 hours, 5 hours, 5 hours ahead. I think that's like wait, that's like Europe time, isn't it? Like somewhere in Europe. Could be Africa. I don't know. I'm not like the best with time zones. I only know like the time zones here in the states. Cause I'm standard East Coast time, so it's about to be 2 o'clock here, two in the afternoon. You might be the person that I'd be missing like on the stream or just like yeah, just like on the regular stream. Cause you'd be like, oh, you said you're gonna stream at 7, and you're like, it's already 7. Like, no, it's not. It's like 2 o'clock. Hey, what was I saying? Oh, you're in the UK also. 7 o'clock. It's about to be 7 o'clock. Dang, it feels so late. It feels because it feels so early right now for me. Oh, you said no, you're in Africa. 80% desert. So I've always wanted to go. I feel like it'd be like kind of hype, but like this is probably going to sound stupid. I feel like it's really hot. I feel like it's probably really hot there, and I really am not a huge fan of the heat. But I've always just wanted to go just to like see it. Be it like I know my sister's been here before, but I've always wanted to go to like Ghana. I feel like that would be really cool to go to. That'd be hype. But then at the same time, I don't know, because I'm not the biggest fan of snakes either. So I feel like there's a lot of snakes there too, just because it is like really really hot. But I don't know if it's true or not, because I've only heard of this, but like, oh, you're actually from Ghana? That's crazy, dude. The world is so small. Like on the low, the world is so small. Yeah, if I was gonna go to Africa, that is 100% where I would go. Nah, but real heat starts in May. We still using blankets at night and only seen one snake in your life. Oh, really? See, I don't know why, but like in my mind, I just feel like there's just like a whole lot of snakes. I just feel like there's a bunch. Mr. Worldwide? Not really. I haven't been that many places. I really haven't been anywhere. That's like the worst part about being like on the what is it, the Western Hemisphere, like over where America is, because like all the other countries are over on the other side. So it's like Africa, Europe, Asia, like all those countries are like right there. So it's a lot easier to travel. I feel like versus like in the states, it's like all we got is the other states and freaking Canada, and it's like I mean Canada's cool, I guess, but like no offense to anybody from Canada, but it's just like it doesn't seem as cool as any of the other places to go. You really shouldn't fear snakes in Ghana. You actually hardly see them unless you go on your own wandering in a tropical rainforest. Yeah, 100% not going in any no rainforest, no jungles, none of that. None of that. None of that. I'm not saying nobody got pet lions. I know that one's not actually true. I've talked to people from Africa. I know you guys don't actually see lions all like that. He said, I don't feel like this final saga is as short as people think because of the way the pacing is going. I feel like they got a lot more time in Black Clover. I feel they're going to lose and then come back to fight again. See, I want that to happen, but the only issue is if they lose, it's like, how can they lose that makes sense? Because if, say, like Asta never shows up and Lucius just beats them, why would Lucius just let them escape? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make any sense. Like if they lose, they have to like either die or get like converted into paladins or something. So like it just how? Or if you do make them lose and Lucius does convert everybody into paladins or something, then it's like this means that Austin the Black Bulls have to literally defeat like the entire Clover Kingdom plus whoever else he has. It just feels like a lot. It feels like crazy stacked odds. Or like I guess you could have them like lose but then randomly get teleported somewhere else, like all the really important people like Yami, Charlotte, all that. I was like, Lucius can see the future, so it's like he should have an idea of where they are or what they're doing. It's like the way Tabat has set up Lucius for them to lose and it continue on, he'd either have to make Lucius really, really stupid or have Asta like fight some incredibly crazy odds type fight against like a ton of people with only like the Black Bulls to help him, which just feels like I don't know. It feels like a big leap in logic for Black Clover for Asta to like to have to go against that much, like just by itself, or with like the help of like the Land of the Sun, I guess, if they decide to help him. Or I guess like maybe you could have Asta join up with the other countries and fight everybody. But that just feels like a lot. 'Cause we don't have a lot of characters established in these other places. It's rough. It's like how can it's like I want it to last longer. I really do, but I'm struggling to think of a way that it would make sense for it to happen. To Goat Brielle facing a Time Lord while protecting an entire country with his magic. Reference to Julius losing because he protected Kingdom from Patri, while Frosta getting carried by the Ryuzen Seven. I mean, Asta just quite literally can't protect a ton of people. He just doesn't have like that kind of ability, unfortunately. It'd be lit if he did. I still think he needs like some huge anti mana zone. That'd be kind of hype. Just like what is it like freaking Judar from Magi? How he had like that huge ability that could turn off people's magic, like something like that, which would be hype. or even like Pino from Eden Zero, how she has like the freaking the EMP and just like shut off everybody's ether. I'd be kind of hyped too. But I don't know. I really don't know how you could end this confrontation between Lucius and the Clover Kingdom without everybody dying. Calling it now, losing the same way Julius did to save the kingdom. But see, the thing is, like, I guess then we could maybe get the Asta fight that everybody wants. Like trying to protect everybody, and then like he loses and his defense is down, so he gets turned into Paladin or whatever. But then it's like if loses, then everybody else loses. You know what I mean? Like if he gets captured and turned into Paladin, that means everybody else has to. Unless, hmm, you said that would be trash. Oh, it's good, RT. Which part were you saying would be trash? Like, are you saying like getting turned to a paladin would be trash, or like losing and then like teleporting or using his magic to like transport everybody else somewhere else? Paladin, objectively above Lucius though, but we don't even know how strong Lucius is. Like, we don't know like what the upper like we don't know like what the upper cap of his power is. You know what I mean? Paladin, is trash. I mean, like, it's like on one hand it is, because like already got transformed into an enemy, or like when got turned to an elf, like that kind of already happened. But like, I don't know. That's the only way. Like, if people still want the Asta versus that's the only way it would happen. Is Paladin, I think the Black Bulls will make it in time or be a few days late. I mean that's basically going to determine where the arc goes. Is that question? Because if they get on time, the arc it's ending here. Like this is the final fight. But if they're late, then we could probably get maybe a mini arc in between here before we fight Lucius again. So I kind of want them to be late because I don't want it to end here. It doesn't like I don't want this to be like the whole final hurrah. Like I want some more like in there because at this rate it's going to end like this year unless somebody keeps taking a month break. Then it's probably not. I think the Black Bulls ain't coming in time. They have to. They have to. They do not make it in time, it's over. It's wraps. It's absolutely done. If they don't make it in time, it is completely over. But I guess if they don't make it in time, it's like I said, then it will continue. We know Mana can overrule Mana, yet Lucius isn't able to force through time protection, meaning he isn't many levels above him. Tabata Tabata kind of gave up on that whole concept, in my opinion. Like with the whole like, oh, if my Mana's that much higher than yours, then I can like just do whatever I want to you. Because it was like the whole Magna and Dante thing. Dante should have technically just been able to overwhelm his ability. So that's like one instance of Tabata kind of throwing that out the window. The whole thing with Lucifaro, the fact that was it knocked Yami's combo spell, Children's Playground or something. The fact that he couldn't just like mana flex that thing away, even though his actually Lucifaro's just base power against any of the captain stuff should have just flexed and it just vanished. So it's just a little weird. Like it's like it should have just disappeared. Tabata doesn't care about all that stuff anymore. I agree. It's all hype stuff. You said so. Tabata lied to me a little bit. It's like it was a thing in part one, but if you look at like post time skip, that never happens. It never happens, despite what the power or mana disparity is. It just never happens. Like the only time it happens is with Xenon's very specific ability to make that happen. Like you wanted to continue. I feel like this is Bleach final arc where they lose and then come back stronger. It does feel like that, but at least Kubo still had like the Zero Squad like in his back pocket to kind of like throw at them to make everybody stronger. Or really, and their goal was really just to kill what's his name, Yamato or Yamamoto. I mean, and then like leave, I guess. I guess Lucius's goal is really only to capture the Clover Kingdom and kill So I mean, maybe if they do those things, then they'll leave. But it's like, what happens to then? like what happens? There's nowhere on that continent that would be safe that Lucius wouldn't just appear to. So I mean, it's like, what does Yuno do? What does he actually do? He just has to really for the story to continue. For the story to continue, Yuno has to just lose. Like he has to lose pretty bad. It can't even be close. He has to just flat out like get destroyed. It's like that Rome break too. It really does. Cause there's like so much stuff happening. Oh, you said the officials cleared up Morris's power better. Yeah, it wasn't like anything he touches like it was like anything he touches gets broken down from like it was called like Operation Dismantle or something. Like it's funny because the way he talks about it, it feels like it's something that has been established, but it really hasn't. I'm gonna try to pull it up so we can see it. Like it feels like something that like like it's almost like Tabata's like pretending he established this, but he never did. Here we go. I know it's in here somewhere. It says his body, Master Lucius gave me, breaks down everything it touches using Operation Dismantle, even this Neverland. So this part was crazy to me, actually. The fact that he can like break down the um the actual spell, because I don't even know how he's even actually touching it. That like makes no sense to me. Like, how can you touch a spell? It's just kind of weird. Part's kind of weird. So he just breaks down everything he touches. It's almost like a better version of Shigaraki's quirk. So I mean, there's that. But and then he can like regenerate also, which is what Marilyn is going after. Like his like, oh, how much can he regen before I actually beat him? Which like that whole thing is always like I don't know. I don't know. Like that exact way of beating someone has been like so overused, I guess. Fraud bot a legit copy of My Hero. I mean, it's Morris, so it's like I don't think anybody like like it's just Morris. Like it's just Morris. I don't think anybody's really checking for Morris all like that. Or it's gonna be like, oh man, it's Morris's, so it's Morris' ability. It's copied freaking Shigaraki. It's like no one cares about Morris. He legit didn't even have to bring him back. Honestly, he could have he could have like left him dead. Cause like for real, even a paladin Morris shouldn't even be that strong. Like when you really think about it. Like I don't even know like what's making Morris strong. Guildarts over Morris over Shigaraki. Oh yeah, Guildarts the freaking Crush. Crush Magic is lit. Crush Magic is hype. Crush Magic is super hype. Being able to like split apart stuff, and even like when you like break stuff into like smaller versions of the thing. I don't know. Crush Magic is like extra broken. I wish Mashima would use Guildarts more, but at least he uses him more than like like I feel like every series has these super OP broken characters that don't show up a lot because they're broken. But I feel like Mashima does use him enough. I wish he would use him more. I know a lot of people haven't read it, but there was like a what was it? It was like a prequel for Gray Ice Trail, where they like show Gray getting into the guild and he like runs into Guildarts a bunch of times and like Guildarts like just gets to be broken in that. It's kind of hype. Oh, except JJK. Yeah, JJK relies on Gojo, or at least it did rely on Gojo. Like, I still need to catch up on that because I want to like see all the stuff with Gojo going on. I know apparently Sukuna's like using like new shadows and all that kind of stuff too. It sounds kind of hype. I keep seeing all the spoilers for it on the TL. Like I wanna actually see it. I wanna actually see it. The One Piece chapter was fire too. Like I guess I didn't really need the translations for that to just, like see what was going on. But like man, like I can't wait to see this whole like Gart versus Aokiji fight. It sucks that like Oda's probably just gonna skip over it though. Like not skip it, but like we're probably gonna go somewhere else because I feel like this is like the first time we got like two chapters back to back that like pertain to the same thing. Guild to the far better. Guild Arts is a better I'm gonna say fighter than King Lois, who had Sun Magic got packed by Teenage Vonica. Bro, I feel like that like has to be a plot hole. Like I feel like that has to be a plot hole somewhere. Like there's no way Yuno's parents there's no way that the Spade Kingdom was that weak. Like it's funny too because Black Clover like usually in series the past characters are like super OP, crazy strong, but like the past characters in Black Clover are super weak. Like barring Lumiere and Lich, if you want to like, depends on how you scale. I know everybody thinks a little bit differently, but like it's like Yuno's parents extra weak, previous captain super weak. It's like, bro, why are the past characters so weak? It's crazy how Blackbeard's stealing fruits just to sell them. I mean, you gotta make money, you know. You gotta have some money. Maybe Lucius help. I mean, possible that since he was apparently always around, it's very possible. It's very possible. Dang, RT, it sucks I had to leave your stream early the other day. We didn't even really get to talk about. I know you brought up JJK, but there was another one that we didn't get to talk about that much. I think it was the Boruto chapter where like I was starting to have to leave. But cause I wanted more your opinion on it. Like I don't know how many people here like read Boruto, but the whole like Saruto getting Mangekyo Sharingan, it really irks me. It irks me so much. Like it really, I think it's so trash. I really do. And like I'm not even like a devout Boruto hater. Like I'm really not. Like Boruto's cool. Like it's cool for what it is. But I feel like that was booty. Oh yeah, we didn't even get a chance to talk about Fortnite. We didn't even get a chance to talk about Fortnite. The spoilers for the new chapter. I think the new chapter is actually already out. I think it came out already. I don't know if you've seen it or if you've seen the spoilers for it. Sasuke the W dad going against his own memory and judgment to upload his only child's wish. Actually, I do agree with that. That's a good dad moment for Sasuke, especially considering he's kind of a deadbeat. But like, this is definitely a good moment for him. Oh, you put that clip on TikTok. The amount of people defending it is crazy. Boruto fans, number one defenders. Bro, you just like it's one of them ones, bro. Where it's like you can't defend that. It's so bad. Like if you've been reading Naruto from the start, especially if you care anything about part one, which a lot of Shippuden fans and even more Boruto fans don't. They just like ignore the fact that part one exists. They really don't care. They actually do not care about what makes sense. Oh, you just read all the manga on Friday? Do you care about? Well, I mean, there's gonna be spoilers on the stream, RT. So I don't want to spoil you, but at the same time, it is whoa, like it is what it is. But did you see that freaking Zeldris is back? Like they got Zeldris in there now because they're going to the demon world. So it's kind of lit or demon realm. Quacky was too based and red pilled for me. He was gonna show Eda was a wife beater. Is like what? What are you talking about? So he's gonna be abusive? Sasuke couldn't even unlock Two Tone when his whole village got killed by his brother, but Sarada unlocked MS. Sasuke didn't even unlock a base Sharingan when his whole village got killed. Oh, you said yeah, Rax posted it in the group chat. Yeah, bro, like just the fact that there's so many Uchihas in wars that just didn't unlock Mangekyo just makes this crazy. This makes this crazy. Quan Chi unlocked her power from deep trauma and despair, just like the other Uchiha. What's the problem? But it's not deep enough though, when you really think about it. Like it's legit not deep enough. Like Sasuke got MS like when he realized that oh wait I killed my brother that was actually on my side like and this was my whole life's mission like my literal life's mission has been wrong. The village I thought every like his literally his entire life was wrong and he got MS, you know? Like freaking what was it? I do we even know how Madara and his brother unlocked MS? I don't think we actually know. Same thing for like Shishui. But if we're going off of what like Itachi said, you should have to like sever some kind of bond. LOL, why do people go on this female side of it? It's so funny. I don't know why. I don't know why you guys do that. Right, there's levels of trauma to unlock this level of power. You need to be very, very. I agree. Like it has to be super deep. It has to be super, super deep. Like I just feel like it wasn't there. It just I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if Boruto died and then came back or something, but like I get it. People were out to kill him, but like it's like people were out to kill him, but he wasn't about to die. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't. It wasn't like, oh man, he's trapped and now freaking Sasuke's charging at him with a freaking Chidori. Why are you Boruto hater literally lying? Did you guys not read the page where Sarada was told Naruto her idol is dead? Knowing her idol is dead and Boruto is accused of killing him is enough? Is it really though? But is it really? And again, not a Boruto. I don't have strong feelings for or against it. I really don't. I really don't. And it's not really one way or the other. So it's like, eh. It's really just like, eh. I'm just a big fan of Naruto. I'm a big fan of Naruto, and it feels like it goes kind of against what was already kind of established in Naruto. Like I said this before, but it feels like it's the equivalent to the universe Six Saiyans going Super Saiyan. It feels like they lowered the requirements of it a little bit to make it like fit. And it can't just be like, and I get it, Naruto was like her like idol per se because she wants to be the Hokage. Like I get all that, but it's like it has to be someone really, really close. Like it has to be like a big deal. Like I don't feel like your world has to like, I don't know, I don't know. It just felt too easy. It just felt way too easy. You know, speak Lancelot over Liz's son. Lancelot over Tristan. I do like Lancelot more than Tristan. I'm not gonna lie. Tristan's cool though. Don't get me wrong. Tristan's dope. The idol stuff's not moving me. Archie, I'm not gonna lie, it's not moving me either. It's really not because it's like she told us that she looks up to Naruto, but it's not like it's not like we got to see it. I'm a big fan of stories where it's like show me, don't just tell me. If Naruto really meant that much to her, I need to see that. Like I need to see it in the story, not just she mentions it like one or two off times, and I'm just supposed to like believe that's enough trauma for her to unlock freaking MS. You know what I mean? That's not enough. Ryuga, I don't even know what that is. So I don't even know what that. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is. No idea. And that's my thing too. Like Boruto was accused, but she knew like Boruto wasn't like in any serious danger yet. It's because she looks up to Naruto and wants to be just like him. Not to mention she feels helpless that she can't help Boruto. People are just downplaying it, and it's. I get it. There probably are people saying that it's just booty and don't have any reason to, but I feel like my reasons are valid. Like it's if you compare it to Sasuke's awakening, it's a lot less. It's a lot less. It's so much less. Or Itachi's awakening, it's so much less. Like to the other members of her family, it's way less of a reason. Cause like they actually like Sasuke actually killed his brother. Like he actually did that, and then found out what he did. Like it was a horrible wrong choice. And like his whole life was just wrong. Like when you find out your entire life is just wrong, that's way bigger than like your friend being accused of killing somebody that isn't actually dead. You know what I mean? Like it's just I don't know. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm not. I'm just not. I agree with you, RT. With the idol stuff isn't moving me either. I 100% agree because it isn't. LOL. I'm gonna answer this too. Who's a better power scaler? RT Quantum, Josuke Rax, or Broku? Well, if you want my opinion on that, I am not a power scaler, so I'm immediately disqualified. If I was, it'd be me, but I'm not, so I'm not in it. Um, Josuke is a terrible power scaler. Horrible. Probably one of the worst power scalers I've ever seen. Josuke's terrible horrible power scaler. Horrible, horrible, horrible. So he's definitely last. Um, Archie's not really in the conversation, so I'm going to disregard him too. Is it really who's a better power scaler between Rax or Broku? And I'm not going to lie, those two can get sweaty. It can get really sweaty. If you're going for dedicated, probably Rax. Rax is very dedicated. But Rax will take any. He's a by any means by any means necessary. And but Broku can get sweaty too. He's close. He's close. I don't know. It's between those two though. Broku did a video 10 days ago saying was way above Fraudsta. I mean, pride. I think I agree with that. I think I agree that stronger. I think Asta still beats him in a fight just because anti magic go burr, but like in like a general sense, like if they were to fight people, like if you were to like put them up against like 10 random people, I feel like would tend to do better than Asta would. You all read Black Hole? I read it every week. Every week. I read the chapter every single week. I reads it every week. Sasuke didn't get his eye from killing Itachi. He unlocked it from learning the truth behind what Itachi did. Basically, he unlocked it from the trauma of truth. That's what I was saying. I was like, he killed his brother, and then he realized it was a wrong decision. Like his whole world was shattered. Everything he did was wrong. That's like I was just trying to be like shorthand because I didn't want to like talk a whole lot about it. But yeah, no, yeah. So yeah, I'm not trying to say he got it just from killing Itachi, but like killing Itachi and then everything after that, like learning, oh crap, Itachi did all this stuff for me. Like everything I thought about my life is a lie. And like, that's kind of what really gave it to him. Rosato's just like, dang, the Hokage died and they think my friend did it. It's it don't hit the same. It's not the same. RT said you don't agree with the concept of power scaling. I think power scaling has a place. Like on like a very normal. No, I think it has a place. I just think people like some people get crazy with it, bro. Because the authors, I feel like you have to take into account authors' intent. You have to. Because if you don't, it gets weird. It gets super weird if you don't. Because if you don't think about author's intent, then there becomes a lot of scenarios where it's like, why didn't X character just do this because of X reason? You know what I mean? Like it's just if this character is supposedly so much faster, why didn't they just do this? Or if this character is apparently so much stronger, why didn't they just tank this hit? It's I don't know, man. I don't know. Uh, So Sasuke legit dipped on his kid and wife to go groom another blind kid. Someone report this man. People go so far that they think that they're more right than the mangaka. That's so true too. Or then when they take like a lot of people take things out of context and like just use like the very smallest bit of context in the story and try to like push that. Like they'll try to push that super hard, and it's like, well, no, 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 that's not how that works. Cause like I'll bring up this one in Dragon Ball. I don't really have much of like a horse in the Dragon Ball power scaling race, but it's like Dragon Ball stuff should be like light speed all the way back to like freaking Dragon Ball, like just OG Dragon Ball with Roshi blowing up the moon in like the world tournament, or Piccolo in Dragon Ball Z blowing up the moon in a matter of like seconds. That's like way 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 past light speed. But then you get to Namek, right? You get to Planet Namek. There are so many instances, or just even on Earth, anytime that the Z Fighters are traveling, it takes them a legit long time to get anywhere just from just flying from point A to point B. And it's like if all these people are like so much faster than light speed, then it's like, why does it take them so long? Like the only person that ever gets anywhere instantaneously are people that know like instant transmission. With light speed, you should be able to get anywhere on any planet, dang near instantly. That's like one. Like it's just a lot of stuff that makes. It's like there's a lot of holes you can always poke in power scaling for like whatever series. I'm gonna try my best to not talk about the fairy tale power scaling because that's mostly just racks. It's mostly racks because from other people I talk to on the internet, it's mostly racks. There's like a couple people that say some weird stuff, but so what do you think about Saitama destroying multiple galaxies in one punch? See, I'm probably gonna get flack for this because I always do when I say this, But Saitama's a gag character. I mean, I'm not trying to say he's a gag character to discredit the elements of actual characterization, but as far as like being a strong, powerful fighter or a powerhouse, he is as strong as the mangaka needs him to be. Like that is basically what he is. He's as strong as the mangaka needs him to be. So, you know, if I was his name Murata or Murta, whatever his name is, if he wants Saitama to punch multiple galaxies away, he'll do that. You don't think he's a guy character? I think he is. In terms of like fighting, he is because he's never really in his story he's essentially unbeatable. In his story, he's essentially unbeatable. We unironically are often more right than the author. Toriyama said in Battle of the Gods interview that Beerus is a 10 and Goku is a 5. Yet years later, he's still weaker. Fan scaling is more accurate. See, it's one of those things that with the Beerus and Goku thing, it's like the way Beerus' character is set up, he's always at this moment he's always going to be stronger than Goku. So it's like where people like, oh, Goku got X amount of times stronger, so instead of a 5 now he should be at that 10 or the 11. It's like, but the way that the Dragon Ball Super story is set up is like Beerus has to be stronger than Goku, or else there's no reason for him to even be up there training with like Whis. And they're all still like horribly afraid of Beerus, so it's like he has to be stronger than him still. Oh, Murta is the artist and the author is one. Okay, so yeah, basically Saitama will be as strong as however one wants him to be. It's like a pin name. Okay. Uh, there's no inconsistency in his strength though. What do you mean by like there's no? I mean like you mean like there's no instance of him being like randomly weaker than he should be or losing? Like, you talking about stuff like that? I like what I mean. What I'm saying is like a character. It's like no matter what threat pops in front of him, he because of plot is going to be stronger than that person. Like it's not like he trained or anything or it had any serious training. Doing 100 push-ups and sit-ups every day is not gonna have you like because even in his own verse people are like that doesn't make any sense, so like it's one of those even in his own verses his abilities don't make sense, so like that's what I mean. He's just a gagger. He breaks all the rules even in his own verse. I'm not saying he's like ripping out manga panels or taking away characters outlines. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff, but just he in general is just allowed to break his own series' rules and be way stronger. To be fair, we don't know why he is that strong yet. I mean, I guess if one makes some reason why that makes a ton of sense, sure, then he wouldn't be a gag character. But I think his intent was for it to be like this. I think he intended it for it to be like this. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. But I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't put a character that I consider a gag character in the same like serious conversation as like a character like Goku that isn't meant to be a jokey like haha I'm as strong as like I can always beat up whoever I'm trying to fight without really having to work for it. Like Saitama never really has to work to be as strong as he needs to be. He just is. Oh, what'd you say? You said me personally. I'm gonna blame it on the plot because if we're gonna be honest, Sasuke would have unlocked MS when he sees Itachi kill his parents. You could probably put unlocking in the same lane, but that's what I'm saying though. Like he didn't though. He didn't. Like there's tons of Uchihas that were in wars that did not unlock MS through just regular death. Like it has to be something crazy. LORT, you said they're gonna start saying Kishimoto was doing MS wrong the entire time, and Sarada Way makes sense. I mean, like Sarada's Way makes sense if more people had MS. Like if more people had the freaking the Mangekyo Sharingan, it would make way more sense. But it's just like there in the own story should be so many. There should be so many instances where people should have got it and didn't. So it just because she's an outlier. Like her way is an outlier. Like with how it was explained to us how you get MS, her way kind of doesn't make sense. It's too casual. It is serious, but it's just too casual. Ryuga, I knew somebody was gonna bring that up when I brought up Goku. I knew somebody was gonna bring that up when Goku broke a manga panel. I knew somebody was, or I knew they were either gonna bring up that or bring up when Goku took a rabbit to the moon, like when he power poled all the way up to the moon and he's in space, I knew someone was gonna say either one of those two things. Dragon Ball is different. Dragon Ball started off as a gag manga, 100%, 100%. It started off as a gag manga, but he got serious. It got more serious. Like it became more of a story that had its own grounded logic, I guess. So I'm not saying like stories have to be logical, but I do feel like series like have their own logic, I guess, like their own rules that like they follow. But yes, Kid Goku did break a manga panel, like kind of crazy, but he did do that. He did that. Oh man, let me see. Thing was Dragon Ball Super chapter mid or did they just not have a chapter? Because I haven't seen anybody talking about it. Why do you forget that trauma is relative? Sarah is obviously more sensitive than Uchiha kids growing up in the warring chaos in the warring clans era. So it takes less to unlock her Mangekyo. See, and my issue with using these kind of statements for it is that's just a lot to ignore and a lot to assume. It's a lot. It's a lot to just assume. It's like, oh man, well, Sarada's more sensitive, so she unlocks it easier. It's like, says who, like says who? Like says who? It wasn't like it wasn't stated anywhere that she's a super sensitive Uchiha. We're just assuming that she's a sensitive Uchiha. It's weird. It's just weird. I was just doing a movie recap for the superhero movie. I thought it was doing like Trunks and Goten in like high school, because that was kind of interesting. It kind of reminded me of like the like Great Saiyaman slice of life stuff in DBZ at the beginning of the Buu saga. It's kind of hype. LOL. Said people are gonna start unlocking EMS for being grounded. That's what I'm saying. It's just like it's weird. It's just weird. It's so weird to me. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I'm not saying it's like the worst thing ever. I just don't like it. It just feels not that great to me. Like it almost feels like they did this as a way to make Sarah be able to like because getting MS definitely makes you like way 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 stronger. But it feels like they definitely did this to give Sarah a way to like participate in fights in the upcoming future because she's gonna be way too weak without MS. Gonna be way too weak. Cause like with Boruto having like freaking Karma, freaking Mitsuki has always had Sage Mode. Sarada's kind of always been the weakest one, so this is probably the best way to like immediately make her catch up and potentially surpass, you know, well, maybe not Boruto because the whole Karma thing is really broken, but she could. Tachi saw his friend's suicide. Sasuke learned the truth about his brother. Should we let a friend die out of selfishness? Obito saw his best friend kill his girl. It's all relative. See, we're simplifying it. I feel like there's more. There's more to it. I don't feel like it's relative. If you stack up those events and put Sarada's in there, I feel like objectively speaking, everyone would agree that hers is the least traumatic. Like not to be comparing traumas, but I feel like hers just wasn't as bad as theirs. It just wasn't. Because everybody that these people like let die or died or seen die or learned about are arguably way closer than Naruto is to Sarada. And again, she didn't even see it. She didn't even see it. Like she didn't even see it. Like I could see maybe if like okay, I, maybe if it was like this. If Naruto's in some crazy fight and like she was trying to protect him for some reason, and then like he gets his head chopped off and he's like, "Oh, sorry, I'm sorry, but it's up to you." If it was some crazy over dramatic thing like that, I could give it to you. I really could. I could totally give it to you. But no, no, I can't. I can't on this one. Wait, on a Spade Kingdom video? What kind of Spade Kingdom video? What do you mean? Just talking about the Spade arc, or a video about the Spade Kingdom? What do you mean? Would Sasuke unlock it if he's seen Naruto kill Sakura in part one? No, I doubt it. Huge doubt. Yet it did for Obito's relative. No, no, no. Obito actually had a huge crush on Rin. Sasuke did not have a crush on Sakura in part one. That's so different. That's so different. That's so different. Like, it actually has to mean a lot to him. I don't think Sasuke really. Hence why Sasuke wanted to kill Naruto and not Sakura. If he knew killing Sakura would have given him MS when he was running away, he might have went back and did that. But no, he chose Naruto. A video about all the bad parts in the Spade Kingdom. I could totally do that. I really could. there are some there are some stinkers in the Spade arc. That could be like a fun recap. I could reread the Spade arc and give like, it might hit different. Maybe I'll feel a lot better about it. Cause I know like reading things weekly, like sometimes I don't know, reading things weekly can be good and bad. Cause sometimes things seem way more hype when it's all like back to back to back to back to back. But then sometimes stuff just feels really dragged out and just like, oh my gosh, this sucks. So maybe I might like it more. But yeah, no, Ryu got totally. I I disagree with the Naruto killing Sakura thing. I don't think that was a good example. To me it wasn't. Hate reading is a lifestyle. I'm not hate reading it. I overall really do enjoy Black Clover. It's just sometimes Tabata does stuff that just makes me mad. That's kind of all stories though. I like, I can't think of too many stories for like everything I read. I'm like, yeah, I like this. This was all a good choice. Oh, you never give something a full rating on something until you read it as a whole instead of weekly. That's fair. And so especially if it's like over time. I guess that means we're never gonna get your full, review of One Piece. Cause bro, if One Piece ends and you go back and reread all 3 million chapters of it, man, goat status right there. That's goated level reading. You're really gonna do that? You're crazy. You're actually crazy. Clover, Spade, Diamond, Literal Dirt, Heart Kingdom. Really, I agree with that ranking. That ranking is very accurate. Heart Kingdom is so in the mud. They have no fight. It's literally Gaja. You could take out the Heart Kingdom and just put Gaja. That's all it is. He is the entire military for the Heart Kingdom. Oddly enough, though, that's kind of all they need. It's kind of all they need, though. Like, Gaja probably solos the Spade Kingdom. Like, the Spade Kingdom has no fighters. Like, outside of like the Zogratis trio, no fighters. And if you take Gaja from the Spade arc and put him back then when the Zogratis siblings took over, he solos all three of them. Easy. Easy. Easy claps. that's that's actually just free eats. That's free eats for freaking Gaja. That's like no no issues. They're they're just completely done. They're completely done. Dang. Freaking Fortnite is really good right now too. What's this? That's what magic. Oh, you're talking about that. You're talking about that one line with Noel with like the magic is like reality. It can be whatever we want it to be. It's like, oh my gosh. Ugh. Tabata might just say Mars and the other Diamond Kingdom got killed off screen. At this point, he could, and I wouldn't even. It would just be the icing on the cake at this point that he just does not care about them at all. He doesn't care about the Diamond Kingdom. I think the thing that I'm more disappointed about, like more than anything, as far as the Diamond Kingdom is like concerned, is the fact that like we never got to see the Diamond King. Like the fact because he's brought up in the Witch's Forest Heart, but we never got to see him. Kind of wish we would have got to see him at some point. It just sucks a little bit. Tabata undoing every death at the end of the series with Mimosa. I hope he doesn't. I feel like people are dying so fast though. I feel like we are gonna get some like big massive revive on something. Like I feel like people are gonna come back. Cause like if Tabata's going this route, Marileona is gonna die. Like 100% she's gonna die. Like unless he has Leo step out of nowhere and save her, which would just be like what? Like unless Leo steps out and beats Morris for her, I don't see it. The Diamond King would have been another King Lois. I agree. He would have. He would have 100%. But at least he has his illness to blame. Like he's like has a horrible illness. He's always sick. At least he has that to blame. Whereas like King Lois should have been perfectly healthy. It just sucks. He's just mid. He's just mid. Leopold who, bro? Facts. Leopold who? Leopold who? But yeah, if Leopold doesn't step in, then Marileona just dies. And I can't see Tabata like ending the story with Marileona dead. I don't know. It just would be weird. It'd be weird. Cause it's like, who else is he gonna kill? You know, like at that point, he's gonna have to kill like Kaiser, which I could actually see Kaiser dying. That one's not like the craziest thing in the world to me. William would probably die. William kind of like he kind of has always had like death flags. You know, I kind of don't want him to die, but he totally still could. Who else is there? Captain Wise. I feel like Nozel lives. I feel like Fuego lives. Like those two probably live. Dorothy could either way. It's not like the biggest deal. Real, I don't think he would because he's so young. If Tabata had made Morris a actually good villain, we could have had Morris versus Lucius versus the Kingdoms. That would have been hype if Morris had like his own objectives, like his own thing. It could have been hype. There's a lot of coulda wouldas with this arc in Tabata. He just like I don't know, man. He just started doing his own thing. He just started like ignoring a lot of the setup he had for other stuff. I don't know. Oh man, I think it kind of sucks because we got this whole like month break before the next chapter, just for us to not even see how this ends, because Tabata's definitely not going to finish this one fight in one chapter. So it kind of sucks that we have to wait. I feel the same way for the whatchamacallit, for the One Piece chapter. It sucks that we're gonna have to wait, because I don't think Oda's gonna finish that fight either. It's like dang. But about to get out of here. I wasn't gonna be on here like really long. I just wanted to talk about the series that came out today. Or I guess like we got the spoilers from, but I just wanted to just chat about them for a little bit. I'm probably gonna do another stream. I'm gonna shoot for either Thursday or Saturday. I'll put it on the community tab so you guys can actually see it. Uh, I might try to go. I don't know if I'm gonna do early or not. I might put a poll on it on the stream to see like what kind of time would be better, since I know I got so many people in like another time zone. So it's either gonna be earlier like this one or later. Sorry in advance if you miss it either way. Maybe there'll be like a happy medium time that I can find for the people like overseas. We'll see though, but appreciate you guys stopping by. I'll catch you guys either on Thursday or Saturday, one of those 2 days.